something more. People talking loud saying what I can't do, but I hear a different voice and it's leading me through. Got a fire in my heart, got a dream in my soul, and I'm not slowing down till I reach my goal. No more fear, no more doubt, I'm letting all my light shine out. Every step, every move, I'm living proof that dreams come true. Believe in yourself, let your spirit fly. Put your hands up high, touch the open sky. Good vibes, only let the whole world see the power you've been holding deep inside of me. Believe in yourself, don't let go tonight. You were born to shine, you were made to ignite. Good vibes flowing everywhere we go. When you believe in yourself, that's when your magic shows. That's when your magic. I remember all the nights when the road felt long. Now I'm dancing to the struggle and my favorite song. Every scar tells a story, every tear became gold. Every chapter of my life made me brave and bold. I don't need permission, I don't need a sign. The strength I've been searching for was mine all the time. Got my head in the clouds, got my feet on the ground, and I'm turning every whisper into a lot of sound. Feel the rhythm in your heart tonight. Let it carry you into the light. No limits, no chains, no walls to break through. The greatest thing you'll ever be is the real you. Believe in yourself, let your spirit fly. Put your hands up high, touch the open sky. Good vibes, only let the whole world see the power you've been holding deep inside of me. Believe in yourself, don't let go tonight. You were born to shine, you were made to ignite. Good vibes flowing everywhere we go. When you believe in yourself, that's when your magic shows. That's when your magic shows. Good vibes, good life. Keep your head held high. Good vibes, good life. Keep your head held high. Believe in yourself and watch your dreams come alive. Believe in yourself and let your magic show.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the midday show. See, I don't have Alicia interfering my line. I don't like when they interfere with my line.
I know.
You know that? She doesn't know that lesson.
You got your own line back.
Yeah, I couldn't even use my welcome in the morning because somebody took it.
You can always take it back.
Yeah, but don't take my line. Find your own.
Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday to you.
What a Monday.
I know.
It's a Monday at all points, as I can just tell you. It's a Monday. Crew's learning new things. We got Wendy B in the house. We got Sally and Steve in the house. And then a longtime friend, Dr. Karina Felix, is joining us. It's been a minute, as they say.
It's been longer than a minute.
And look, Savannah's here. It's nice to see Cheez-It Girl is here.
Curly's in the house. Are we going to make the announcement for Friday?
You can.
Where we are?
That's my question to you.
What are you talking about? You're the one that gave me the number.
Ella Coffee in Delray Beach. So we're going to be there on remote on Friday. So come out and join us. We will get the address, start doing some posting, some social media, advertising. It should be a lot of fun.
It should be. It's a new place, new situation. Never been there, so we're going to go check it out. And then I got a couple other tricksters. I can't do it this week because I've got the situation and stuff, and we have some film work and what have you. But next week, we're going to be visiting 2 new places. So keep your eyes open
Sounds good.
so we can check it out. Have some fun.
You had a good morning. You had a quiet morning. I had a busy morning.
You always have a
I've
busy
been on the
morning.
phone all morning, is all I can say.
I
so.
talked to your mom this morning.
How's she doing?
She's doing really good. She's excited.
Is she?
Yeah. I sent her that song that you just heard.
That was a good
It's
song.
Very, and I sent her the little characters.
Oh, those
That
are
was
so
sent
cute.
to me.
The ones that Jamie did?
No, those I haven't sent her yet because I have to isolate those somehow.
What characters did you get?
I got the one like your doll that you have, the little doll,
Oh.
the Dawn doll.
Oh, who sent that to you?
A company.
That was a trend. Remember they had the trends where you look like the little dolls and you thought you could actually buy them, but I think it's just like a post. But that was really super
A
cute.
company sent it to me.
Wow.
And they asked me would we be interested. I said absolutely.
Can you imagine you was a little doll?
I can only I
We
can
talked
take it
about
to
you
my
being like a
granddaughter.
bobblehead.
That's
No,
so
not a
cool.
bobblehead. This is a real doll.
What are those called though? Do you remember Brooklyn? They had like a year ago
The Funko
memes.
Pops.
Is that what it is? The Funko,
The Funko Pops, yeah.
Where everyone looked like a little doll in their own setting. But I don't think they ever really made the dolls.
No. There's a Dawn doll in the pink car
Yes.
in the studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Dawn doll. That's a real Dawn
That's
doll
so
from back in the
cool.
day.
Yes.
From back in the day. So a company sent us, you saw it, and it has mugs and all
I
sorts
didn't
of
realize
stuff.
someone sent that. I thought you created that. Like, you do all those
Wow.
things. You get a lot of credit for things.
I know.
It's good
I'm a
to be
genius.
You
Mad
get
at
credit
work.
for everything.
No, they sent me that. Will we be interested? And I wrote back and said, we'll be very interested. And so I can only imagine if I have a little doll in my pocket.
Oh my gosh, can
Can
you
you
even?
imagine?
No, can't even. Well, we missed you last night. We had a lovely dinner with Sally and Steve.
Where did you go?
The Landwehr Cafe. at
Were we there
Reserve
before?
In Boca Raton.
We went there to go look for a remote when Candy worked there, but we never went there. We never did the remote there.
Oh, well, we went where Candy worked. You went into that place? Oh, okay. How was it? How was the
I
food?
gave them your name when I first went there also. I said, this would be good for a studio. That was a long time.
Was the food, does she have a mic?
She laughed.
Oh. Was the food up to your billing, what you need?
It was delicious.
What did it say? What she has to
I
eat?
said it was delicious.
Yes, we had gluten-free. She
Gluten-free.
got gluten-free bread for
Yes.
all the dips in the mez platter.
And then I
They
got
have the
fed
best-
up.
They have the best pita bread ever in the history of the world.
And then I got
bread is
fed up with the gluten-free thing, and I had some pita bread.
But that's not gluten-free.
No, I had to. I mean, enough.
Cheater.
I know.
And did you guys write an article about it, Steve?
I did not. I could.
Did you take pictures of the dishes,
I
Steve?
did not.
Okay, so far, don't write the article.
We were
got
just
no
having
dishes.
very stimulating conversation, and at the
About?
end of dinner,
Yeah, we did.
about families. That's what Sally's show is going to be about families. We choose family lessons.
Right. Soul family.
Soul families or our physical families.
What?
and
So?
Soul families.
Soul
fam-
family.
Or our physical families and the lessons we learn from our families. I'm learning more every day, my lessons, right?
Lord Jesus.
Every day.
Well, I have part of
Wendy,
my
you get
soul
that
family.
too, right? It's
Totally.
families.
Totally.
Every day.
But yet we choose to be part of the physical families that we're
Right.
in. And yet sometimes it's not as easy as we think it's going to be. There's always lessons.
And the bigger the family,
The harder the lessons.
the more, what do you call it? The more facets.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you, I went to dinner, and I am totally confused because it was Sarah and her husband Michael's birthday, and they were having a conversation, and I could have sworn I was losing my hearing
Where'd you go?
because we went to a restaurant on Atlantic Avenue, lay something or another. But when I went there, and they're speaking this language that I don't understand. So they have these inside track humors that they find humorous. Millennials have this whole different language that they speak.
Really?
And they laugh. And they're laughing. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? Is there something wrong with me? I didn't get the jokes at all. And then and Sarah goes, well, he has a lot of stuff for his show on Monday. And I'm saying, what the hell did I just miss? I don't know what I'm missing here. And the bringa, ba-boom, ba-da-binga, da-boonga, da-boom. And they're laughing. And I look at Linda, and Linda's acting like she knows what's going on because she's in the know. She's in the know. And I feel so left out. I don't know what the hell is going on?
You know now?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know what they were talking about, but they had jokes.
You
they
should
had
have come
this.
and joined us.
I told him he was welcome to join us.
But has language changed?
You would have
that
understood
much?
us.
He would have understood us. Yeah.
No, I don't understand you at all. Steve, I kind of get, but you.
Oh, you just ruined it.
The words we used
Yes.
when we were younger.
Yes.
Just use that mic, Karina.
The language that we spoke, that our parents would be like, what are you guys talking about? So it
Exactly.
does go with, you know, the
Yeah,
generation.
but you would think that if I go to dinner with them, because of the situation here, in this studio, where they speak some English and some alien, that I would at least understand
Guilty.
the alien verbiage.
That's
Not I'm like, I was totally lost. And the funny thing is that, you put a piece of bread or something in your mouth because you don't want to seem stupid. What are they talking about?
We're just at that age.
Is that what's happening?
I don't know.
I've lost my
I don't
mind.
know. I understand my kids.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I don't know what they were talking about. And they're like,
You know why? Because the crew helps me. You know those words that they used to teach us? The Gen Z and the different words. So we're out, when we were away last week, Aaron's like, this is mid. I'm like, I even know what that means. You don't.
This is what?
mid.
What is that?
It's like,
What is it?
it's okay. It's mediocre.
It means it's kind of like,
It's just they don't use words anymore. Everything is just
Shortened.
shortened or
shortened.
letters.
It's either too
Acronyms,
much
yeah.
effort. I'm not sure if it's too
Because
much
they're
effort,
on the
but
phone so
everything is
much,
just-
you know?
Yeah,
just
so they learn.
short.
So I have
Village, and
this. So I have decided to shorten curse words for them. My vocabulary. I'm putting it together, and there's all sorts of you and tu. There's going to be all sorts of stuff. Insulting.
Ends in a U.
And a lot of you.
Freddie, that was funny. LOL. LOL.
Blank you.
Yeah, just U and LOL.
KU.
LOL.
SU. LU.
GTFOH.
On that note, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we've got Dr. Karina Felix. We're going to talk about Greater Lake Worth Living. I wanted to get it right. Greater Lake Worth Living in magazine. We haven't seen Karina in a long time since she was here with Lynn Everard.
I remember.
Isn't it funny, Sally and Steve, that we were just talking about Lynn last night at dinner? Crazy. Oh,
Look who Lynn sends again.
we got some big news.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Right?
What? Sally's pregnant.
Sally's pregnant.
Sally, you're pregnant. GLP-1.
LOL. More to come.
That was mid.
We'll be right back.
Are you ready to win a brand new 2027 Audi A3? The Core Foundation, in conjunction with AMP Media Futures Foundation, is giving you the chance to drive away in luxury while supporting scholarships and community programs. First prize, a new 2027 Audi A3. Second prize, an American Electric Stellar bike. Third prize, a $250 Visa gift card. The drawing will be held Saturday, December 19th, 2026 at the Fort Lauderdale Marriott North, and you do not need to be present to win. Tickets are only $20. Purchase yours today at Ampy Media Production Studio or call 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422 or email mail to production@ampy2.tv.
At AM2TV, we don't just create content, we produce experiences. From concept to final cut, we bring your vision to life with cinematic quality and precision. Whether it's music videos, branded content, or live productions, we make it stand out. AM2TV, where your vision gets amplified.
Have an idea you want to create? Then come on down to AMP2 Media, where we can create anything you can think of, ranging from podcasts, shows, audiobooks, music videos, and more. This will be done by our interns, who are hungry for hands-on experience that will help them advance their skills and strive for the careers they want. Call us at 866-224-5422 or visit us at 2400 Northwest 2nd Avenue to pitch your idea today, and we'll get it made.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
On this day in 1890, Vincent van Gogh shoots himself and dies 2 days later. On this day in 1921, researchers at the University of Toronto, led by biochemist Frederick Banting, proved that the hormone insulin regulates blood sugar. On this day in 1940, the animated short A Wild Hare is released, introducing the character of Bugs Bunny. On this day in 1953, the Korean War ends when the United States, China, and North Korea sign an armistice agreement. Syngman Rhee, president of South Korea, refuses to sign, but pledges to observe the armistice.
All right, welcome back. Oh, listen, I have a correction. The movie that I talked about on the morning show is not called The Octopus. It's called Bright Creatures.
Okay.
People are looking it up, they can't find it. I'm sorry. It's called Bright Creatures. It's about an octopus.
Okay.
And
About an octopus.
He said it's with Sally Field.
Sally Field's latest movie. And it has a lot to do with some of the people in this room about the alien life and
An octopus.
how that animal is not from this planet.
It's not
anymore.
from this planet, yeah.
It's not at all. And do you know that the octopus used to have a shell?
That
And
I didn't
it fell
know,
off.
but I knew it wasn't from here.
Interesting.
It's an unbelievable animal. I was thinking maybe we should get a octopus for the studio.
Now I knew that.
An octopi.
Who's saying Octopus's Garden?
I would,
Boom. So far we got John and Ringo.
The only thing is that these octopus, they come out of the tank and they'll be all over the freaking place.
Yep.
Yeah, we can't bring an octopus in here. Anyway, I was talking to Sally and Steve last night about Lynn. And remember, Sally sat with Lynn for so much time, and unfortunately he passed away. But Steve has all of the transcripts of their meetings. So I'm thinking now with the power of AI and other technologies that we can take those transcripts and actually formulate a book or memoirs or something, and then Sally wanted to add like an appendix or something else towards the end, but we can actually now take it and have a
which AI can then transcribe it.
That sounds awesome.
I am working on creating a hologram of Lynn, and then he'll be able to.
I think that's a pretty nice
Actually,
idea.
we could
They
give
have
him
the files.
It's interesting you mention his name because I was going through my own magazine, my old magazines, and just going through to refresh my mind because I haven't done a magazine in a while. And guess which article came up? The one that he brought me here for the first time.
Wow.
That he wanted to talk about that one article. And that's how I got to meet you guys. That one article, it just kind of happened.
Dawn, we can give him
It's
credit
crazy, right?
because it was him that was actually taken off from. I was talking to him.
What,
but he was
posthumously? Is that what it is? We give it to him posthumously?
Yes, we can do that.
Good idea.
A very in memory of. You know.
What the hell is that?
That sounds beautiful.
After death. So you don't even understand her language.
Well, you're a doctor. No, I don't understand a word she said. Can we speak in English? Posthumously.
That's all right.
Did
I
you know that?
understand you. It's
all
all
right. Me and you the same.
Posthumously. Anyway, let's welcome Dr. Karina Felix back to the show. She is now the creator of Greater Lake Worth Living and Greater Lake Worth Magazine. When you were here, you had your own show.
I had my own
Was
show.
it Ophidian?
No, it was called the Meta Lifestyle
Meta
Magazine.
Lifestyle Magazine.
Show. Yes.
Meta
and
lifestyle.
Because meta, of course, is, I actually got my degree after my show. I got my PhD in metaphysical science.
And what is that?
So that is combining science and religion as one, because science, since beginning of time, has been trying to figure out how do we live on this earth. I mean, that's what science does, but they're banking on old knowledge that spirituality always had. But we're just now having more ways of proving how the law of attraction really works, how the law of flow works. It's being proved now with certain experiments. So technically, it's like science is finally showing what spirituality always knew.
So how was the world made?
I'm sorry?
What was the conception of the world? How did it come out?
It's evolving. It's a never, ever ending evolution. So
but how did it begin? What was the first?
Well, they still think it's a big bang, but I don't think you'll ever be able to answer that question. That's not. Everyone wants an answer. There is no answer.
I found out over the weekend that the universe has more hydrogen than all the waters on our planet by a long shot. There's actually hydrogen in the universe, and that is the building blocks of life that we know. That we know. So it's no surprise that this Big Bang Theory or God or whatever it was that happened formulated itself with the sun, who's at the perfect orbit, and hydrogen, water.
Interesting.
In space.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's all, they'll never figure out really the beginning. They say, 1,000 years, 1 billion years, we'll never figure that out. And at one point they were saying it will, retract. It's never going to retract. It's going to continue expanding, because that's the whole part of the evolution, and
then the religious part is that someday God will come to you and show you that.
Yeah, but that's a misconception of misunderstanding of what's written in the Bible, what Jesus was trying to teach. And people took it too serious and too literal, and that got very confusing, right?
Yes,
Because over time, religion used it as a way to control people.
That's man.
correct.
So,
Absolutely.
right? So religion is man, spirituality is two different things. I always like to say let's separate the two.
Exactly.
Religion
That's
is, I can go out and start my own church and make my own rules, and there, I got a religion. But spirituality, that's a whole different
It's a different ball game.
Right.
Interesting. Well,
So
tell us what you're doing now. What is Greater Lake Worth living in Magazine?
Greater, I live in the Fountains down in Lake Worth, which is corner of Jug and Lake Worth Avenue, and it's a huge community, and I've only been living there for 3 years. And pretty much stayed to myself. After my show, I had a lot going on personally in my life. And so at one point, I'm speaking to different residents, and they're saying, we don't know what's happening, in our area. We don't know what's happening here. We don't know what's happening there. And of course, my mind went straight, my marketing mind was like, ooh, there's a gap. So with that, I thought initially I was starting the Fountains Living magazine to keep the members informed, homeowners. And it's about 2,500 homes. And but as I went knocking on doors, and believe me, every shopping center knows this face now, because I've knocked on every door, I've spoken to every single person, and suddenly I realized there's another gap where no one is supporting the businesses. So the local business have no support. We don't have a chamber of commerce in that area. We're considered Lake Worth corridor. Once you pass 95 going west, we're kind of like the forgotten, unincorporated part of Lake Worth. And we're kind of between Green Acres and Boynton and Wellington. And we're like that. It's a gap. It's like this huge gap, but there's so much happening. And I'd love to see it develop more. And once I've talked to the businesses and I've spoken to the residents, and they're all like, well, we need that. And then the other communities started saying, well, we need that too. And I thought, okay, this is bigger than even I'm expecting it to be. So it went from Fountains Living to what is now going to be Greater Lake Worth. And the reason I say greater is because it's not just Lake Worth, it's Lake Worth and its area. So that's Green Acres, some of Boynton, because it's a big area that's, underserved and needs a lot of work. So
tell me, what does underserved mean? What does it mean?
There is most little cities have when you have a chamber of commerce, you have someone speaking on behalf of that area. So they could communicate either with the government, they could find funding for the area, they can help them with marketing and PR and exposure, visibility, but they don't have that. And when you leave there to go, either it's Lakeward Beach, that's not your area anymore. And people want to be supporting. So it's pretty much what I said is to support the residents that you serve. But the residents need to know that you're there. If they don't know that you're there, they cannot come to your store. So especially brick and mortars, they need people literally walking in. And Google can always do that for you. Because Google, unless you're spending all your time optimizing and SEO, it doesn't matter. If someone advertises, they're still going to get first choice. But people still want to go to what's close by. I used to travel back to Wellington or anywhere else to go to somewhere because I know what it is. But as I've been knocking on these doors and walking in these amazing stores and going, I didn't know you were here. I didn't know you were here. People should know you were here. And literally my partner and I, we've switched everything. We switched dentists, we found doctors, my hair, my nails, everything. I'm like, I can do it right here, literally outside my door right there. And so that's what's needed right now, someone to support them. And what's missing is communication. There's no communication. So that's why I'm launching the Lakeward magazine, because we need a voice.
I think it's a great idea.
Thank you. Yes.
Right, as we expand and communities expand, because there's some places that are very saturated with media and with coverage, and then there are other places that aren't, and there's so many great small businesses. And small business now, even in our saturated area, is hard for small business. So, and it's something that's not have any advertising, it's got to be that much more difficult.
Well, you also have to give, businesses have to understand that you got to give, to bring in the people, a niche. You got to say, okay, I'm going to go to that store because something there attracts me. It's like the guy said on Sunday, you have to maintain their attention. So just a one and out isn't going to work for you either. You got to keep going.
That's the problem.
I mean, they think one thing is, you do one thing and that's it.
Yes. So same thing. I mean, even if you're doing social media, you have to post on a regular, every day. Yep. Same thing with advertising. So when you do advertising, you can't put it once and expect to get any kind of result. I always say, why do you think Burger King, Chick-fil-A, they're always on our TV?
Yes.
We know who they are. They've been there for years. But they got to remind you, I'm still here, I'm still here, I'm still here. And that's what media and advertising is. You have to keep reminding people, I'm still here, I have a special offer, try me. And, and they're looking for referrals. Now, we have good referrals, but we can have bad referrals also.
That's true.
Because if you're so busy worrying about new clients and you're not catering to the ones that's walking in your door, if they leave and say, I did not have a good experience, or the food wasn't good, or they didn't treat me well, bad news travel faster than good news. People are always ready to go, it was horrible, don't ever go there. So always be very attentive to those that's already walking in your doors. Make their experience special so that they say, oh my goodness, you have to go here. The service was great, the food was great, the ambience was great. And it has to be consistent because, again, you want that one person will come back over and over. That's your repeat client. And people don't think of repeat clients because they're the ones going to come back tomorrow with a friend, with a family, for an event, for a celebration. You have to keep on top of them and offer something.
You got to be different, though. That's where the creativity comes in.
Correct.
Do you know that Burger King has stopped doing the King and all that other nonsense? They're doing away with all the marketing from 10 years ago forward. They're going back to what got them to be Burger King,
exactly,
which was the home of the Whopper.
Exactly.
And they have, if you look at the commercials, they've toned down all the nonsense because they're saying that they've gotten into it with McDonald's and Wendy's and stuff, and they're losing clients because the commercials aren't the food. They're going back to, it's like the Super Bowl. Yeah. The game is one thing. Everybody watches the Super Bowl for the commercials. Well, the NFL has learned that's not the way you want to do this. The game is what they want to sell.
Interesting.
Not the
Right.
other way around.
Right.
It's not the dog wagging the tail. And it's really a good point that you're bringing up, because business have to learn the summer takes away business, so you have to maintain. And when the business comes back, you got to save for the summer. Nobody does that.
Well, I always use this as an example. You know, I'm from Aruba, small island, tourist island, which means we depend on the tourists. We also have our high season and our low season. So during high season, yeah, you do all of the fun stuff for the tourists, but during low season, you cater to your local people. They're there 24 all year round. You do something special. You offer them the special price. You offer something to those who are there year round, because they're going to keep coming and spending the money with you.
Yeah.
And most people would say, well, it's slow season, so I'm not spending. And it's like, no, it's the other way around. I always say, Kevin Costner, if you build it, they will come. But everyone is waiting for them to come to build. It doesn't work like that. You have to offer something for them to say, okay, we're going to step out and show up. So I think it's kind of having to change the concept of how do we do business all year round.
Are you seeing the scope of business change, the types of business that are opening, those that are staying in business versus those that aren't?
Again, it's the same thing happening. When I walked into many of these shopping centers and they're quiet, and the reason I also started the Greater Lake Court Business Society is because there's no communication between the businesses. If the businesses communicate with each other and they create events together in their shopping center, now they're bringing, not just for me now, I'm bringing it, and we all can share the referral. And
Great
I would
idea.
say, well, go check this person out, write down right here, my neighbor, because they're doing this, this, and that, and use that networking referral more. Right now, they're all individual. They're all, I'm like, do you know this one next door? Did you know there was a gym right here? No, we don't know. And it's like, that's what's missing, that working
No
together.
collaboration.
There's no collaboration.
Do you know where I discovered? Living in Boynton by the beach. Not by the beach, but within a mile of the beach. I guess that's by the beach. Those businesses have an advantage as to businesses when you go west.
Correct.
The further west you go, the less beach people you lose. And there are numbers of people on the beach. If it didn't have that seaweed right now, the beaches would be packed. But because of the stinky stuff, people are going to other beaches, is what I found out.
makes
But
sense.
last summer, when they didn't have that, the stores did really, really well that were going towards the beach. And then there are fringes. That's why we had such a great summer last year, because we did all the businesses close to the beach.
Interesting.
Atlantic Avenue, they clean the beach. I don't know why they do it, but their beaches are clean because they know that that strip needs the
important.
beach business. When you go past 95, that's considered west, it begins to change.
Yeah.
And your psychology has to change. Your business ownership has to change, because if you want collaboration with the things that are doing well, you head towards the water. But it's a true science. The further inland you go, the more the psychology changes. Then you got to create different gizmos, like what you do. And Johnny, the singer, and the puppeteers, and you got to bring entertainment to bring those beachgoers further west. That's what's happening right now. And the city of Boca don't get it. You know, you look at Meisner,
Right.
look at the numbers. All you got to do
Is it
is
slow?
stand out there long enough and the numbers come down.
It's funny, we went out for dinner Friday night late after Temple, and my brother says to me, what does Boca have food insecurity? Are there no strip malls around here that you can go to dinner at 9:30? And there are no strip malls in East Boca
There's no money in
to
it.
go to dinner at 9:30, so we ended up at Meisner Park at a restaurant that was open after 9:30. But you don't even think of Boca that way, right? It's a big
Right.
community, but there are really not a lot of strip mall restaurants like there are further west. Now, when I met you guys last night, I went all the way at 441 to meet you. It's a whole different demographic.
It's a
But
whole different world.
It's
Yes.
a family demographic.
Yes.
There's strip mall after strip mall,
Yes.
and there's big box stores, and there's restaurants, and there's Home Depot, and there's movie theaters, and there's so many things out west that aren't central and they aren't east that are totally geared more like when I lived further west. growing a family and raising
Community.
kids and sports and community,
Right.
Yes.
which is where I think Lake Worth
Yes.
must fall in that bucket.
Lake Worth falls in that it's community,
community.
and also it's a lot of golfing. This is like a lot of golfing.
Interesting.
I mean, I live in a golf community, and they're all golfing. So, and we have we get high seas, and the snowbirds, they're in that season because they're coming to golf. Or
Interesting.
they're coming to be a little closer to the horses in Wellington. So it's one of that. Now, probably, yes, it's probably a little bit lower rent-wise because obviously, I've done all my research. It's called, it's incorporated. It's not corporated like most little cities, so we don't have a city of Lake Worth. So it's kind of free for everyone, kind of. And I feel that they're not understanding. It's one thing to have an idea. Ooh, I want to start a business. And people who start a business, they get a place and they open a business. They didn't think it through. They didn't think, well, who is my market? How am I going to get them in here? They open and then hope people will just walk in. And that's not how it works.
Is that the way it works?
Right, and it would be nice if the landlords would work with the stores as well and choose the right stores to complement each other to attract the traffic again. But like I said, Lake Worth right now has not have that yet. Hopefully, we can start changing that. So that's kind of my mission, my vision, whatever that is.
All right, so we're going to be doing some more things. Let's take a break. And
I'd love to have you guys come and do some stuff over
I would
there.
love it. And it's funny, we went to get the food for the event on Friday, and you saw 40% what that looks like from what we used to pay, 40% more.
Yeah.
The prices, yeah.
The prices. So not only do you have to deal with the change of venue, you got to deal with the weather. You got to deal with the change in price of the economy.
Yep.
There's a lot of things, and as a business
Yes.
owner, you better get hip to it,
Yes.
because that ain't going to change
No.
come
Yeah,
season.
that food doubled in price.
More than double.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, we're going to take a quick break. More to come on the other side. We got Wendy B, Sally, and Steve, and we'll follow up with Dr. Felix. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to stop playing small and step into your highest self? This isn't just a book club. It's a call to action. No fluff, no excuses, just growth. Actually, growth with some super cool people with a shared intention. Join us live at the Ubuntu Room on the Brooklyn Cafe Show Wednesdays at noon and become the greatest version of you. For more information, go to ubuntufishgallery.com. You be you, NTU, fishgallery.com.
Unlocking secrets, doing what we love, with a little help from the stars above. Grab your tools, let's take a chance. It's a wild, creative, magical dance, making magic with Max. Yeah, we're making magic with Max.
Looking for great coffee and a place to unwind? Come to Tiki Coffee and Desserts. We serve gourmet coffee made fresh, rich espresso, smooth lattes, and handcrafted specialty drinks made just the way you like them. Pair it with one of our delicious desserts, from creamy cheesecakes to fresh pastries and sweet treats made to satisfy every craving. No matter what you're in the mood for, you can trust that it's been prepared with care and quality ingredients. Enjoy a warm, welcoming atmosphere where our friendly staff make you feel right at home the moment you walk in. Whether you're meeting friends, taking a break, getting some work done, or simply treating yourself, Tiki Coffee and Desserts is the perfect stop. Don't miss out on an irresistible experience you'll want to come back to again and again. Tiki Coffee and Desserts, the hottest new coffee shop in Boca.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hi everyone, today is National Chicken Fingers Day. So for today, celebrate National Chicken Fingers Day by going to a restaurant near you and enjoying a nice plate full of chicken. Or you can enjoy just a handful. Oh my god, they're so good, they're so warm, and they're burning my fingers. Why did I do that? Ah! Well, I hope you all enjoy National Chicken Fingers Day. I hope you enjoy it better than I did. Anyways, till next time, bye. Ow. Ow.
Let's go. Whispers in the back, he ain't got what it takes. Count me out, bet against me, watch I flip the stakes. Doubt in their eyes, shade in their tone, but pressure make diamonds, so I'm leveling up on my own. Said I was too small, said I was too late. I took every can and turned it into jet fuel. Watch, now the lights up, crowd loud, heartbeat in my chest. You wanted a show, baby, here's the best. All that talk you made, I cashed it in for reps. When you say I'm not good enough, watch me work. When you say I fall short, watch me work. Every note you threw, I'm building skyscrapers with, so turn the volume up, 'cause this is where I prove it. Watch me work, watch me work, watch me work. Yeah, I'm proving you wrong with every single verse. Watch me work, watch me work. Hey, used to be the joke, now I'm the headline. Slept on for years, now the whole world on my timeline. They counting my losses, I counting my lessons. Turn every scar to a story, every test to a blessing. Bet against my name, that's just more promotion. I'm the comeback story, fire in my motion. Watch my feet move, watch my vision clear. Told you I was built for this, now the whole world here. So turn it up, let the bass hit your soul. All that doubt you had, that's what made me go. Now I'm the proof you said could never unfold. When you say I'm not good enough, watch me work. When you say I fall short, watch me work. Every note you threw, I'm building skyscrapers with, so turn the volume up, 'cause this is where I prove it. Watch me work, watch me work, watch me work. Yeah, I'm proving you wrong with every single verse. Watch me work, watch me work. You doubted me? Cool. Watch this. You counted me out, count these wins. I'm the impossible you said would never begin. Now look at me now, did I do it again? Yes, let's go. Let's go. When you say I'm not good enough, watch me work. When you say I break down, watch me work. Took every never and I forced it into fire. Now I'm shining brighter, taking it higher. Watch me work, watch me work, watch me work.
All right, watch me work. Did you hear the news?
Which news?
LeBron James
Oh, yeah.
is going to Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. But also, did you hear the news?
What?
Cafe hit 150,000 views.
I was setting you up.
I'm going to take that news over LeBron. So great job to our crew.
That's pretty good.
Tremendous.
Was that you?
That was me.
Wow, look at that. 950 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you for all of those subscribers and 150,000 views. Nice job, Abdullah.
Wow.
And actually, nice job to everybody else. So thank you for all of that. Pretty
One
nice.
of the things we always constantly working on. Very nice.
All right, let's say hi to Wendy B.
Hi.
How you doing, Miss Wendy?
We're doing all right, chugging along, keeping busy.
What do we got cooking over there today?
So it's been a pretty wild week, to put it that way. So I brought along a protection grid just for the need of, to being in that space. And I've got a couple paintings here. I'll talk about them a little bit later, having to do with Jesus and Mary, and I'll talk about that. I brought in a couple pictures to tell some stories to kind of go along with the theme of what has been going on in my neck of the woods. I'll just give you a little bit. My dad had an emergency on Wednesday, was taken to the ER, and was discharged on Thursday evening, and got his diagnosis. We thought it was a cardiac issue. Turns out it really wasn't. It was more pulmonary, a pulmonary issue. And then I got a call yesterday morning that my dad had some more medical stuff, and this one was kind of like terrifying. So they took him in, and right now he's still in the ER. And I'm going to take a minute. It reminds you of why we're here, and plugging in, and community, and how you put your best foot forward. Under circumstances 5 to 10 years ago, I would have been in the fetal. But we all pulled in. My dad is in Miami, so watching all of this happen, I was up saying prayers until almost 3 o'clock in the morning. He's all right. He's stable for right now. They're still trying to figure out what certain things are going on. One of his diagnoses was colitis, so the abdomen. So here we talk about the chakras and how they, how they relate to the body and all that stuff. That's a whole nother conversation. Seeing how it's triggering my mom. My mom has early onset dementia. So it was triggering for her. So then it triggers one by one. I'm the oldest of 5 siblings, and each of us have different ways of dealing and working and navigating and that kind of thing. So as I was getting ready to settle down last night, I said, you know what? I really wanted to focus not on anything else, no crystals or anything, just thinking about the times that miracles have shown up, how they show up, the signs. We had a conversation at one point, what do signs look like and that kind of thing. So I wanted to start off with the first story when my son was 4 years old. This was in 2004. It was just 1 year shy of his diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder. And my son loved the water, couldn't swim as far as we knew. He would take off and all of these things. So this particular day I was at work, and just a half an hour before I was scheduled to leave from work, I get a phone call from my husband. And my husband's trying to tell the story as calm as he can. He's leading up to the story, and I could tell in his voice something wasn't right. I'm like, honey, just tell me what's going on. He's like, you have the car. Josh is sitting in a police station. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, apparently my husband was out from work with a bad back. So he had stayed with my son, put him down for a nap. Like I said, my son was 4 at this time. Somewhere in the middle of that, my son got up, wanted to go out. We didn't have a deadbolt on the door. He went out, took off for a walk. And we had no idea. My son was nonverbal, so he couldn't say what happened. The whole time I'm thinking of, oh my God, there's canals by there. You hear so many drownings and all these kinds of things. To say that I was emotional, like you see me not drop a tear now, I can't. I went almost blind from how much I cried. And the great part of it is everything turned out well. We went and we picked him up at the police station, and I was kind of upset with my job because they were just like, oh, he's fine, they found him, and all of these. It was just so dismissive, and I felt so like, oh my God, this is not my community. Like I didn't feel and nobody, there was no support to say everything's fine. Well, at least they found him. I don't know why you're upset. And I'm like sitting here, you're saying that because you're not a mom. Wait till the day you're a mom and see how that feels afterwards. Well, long story short, I hope that we can pull up the first picture. I went ahead and went to Publix. I was so moved, or whichever place it was. I think it was Publix. So this particular picture, I went and I got flowers. And this is like out in one of the main rooms of the house. I got the flowers, lit a candle, and you can see the date. I'm so glad that stamp was there. I hated that stamp there, but now I'm glad it's there. This was just shy of his 4th birthday. His birthday's the 27th. And I just crying, I put the candle out. It still brings me to tears. Put the candle out, and if you look at the picture, you can see up against the wall. As I went to go back to the kitchen to finish cooking dinner, I see this image on the wall. And can you see the reflection of an angel right up against the wall? I mean, even down to the way that the rays poured out from the center of what I see is the heart. I just was like, oh my God, you guys heard me. Thank you for keeping my son safe. So you see these things as signs. To me, that's a sign that my prayers were heard. And that was a blessing there. And I still look at him and I say, thank God you're here. So there was that. And I come to this day that I had a conversation with my son about a month ago. And I said, Josh, he could never tell us what happened, if anybody stopped, if the police just happened to find him, if they were just cruising. Like, all of those components ran through my mind. How did he end up there? He was found by a policeman. He could have been found by anybody and abducted. I mean, 100 things go through your mind. And finally, about a month ago, we had a conversation, and I asked him, Josh, I said, do you remember anything about it? He said, actually, I do. I said, so who was the first person did you see? Did you see the policeman? He said, no, it was an older woman in her car and drove by and asked me if I was lost. It brought back everything all over again, because I didn't know that till a month ago. And that had happened when he was 4. He's 20. He's going to be 22 now. So there was the first experience of seeing the sign of, like, oh my God, this is like, I mean, there's been many. I've asked for the Virgin to appear, and then we drive by a church and there's this humongous Virgin in the front. So, you know, the Virgin Mary. So I've had many experiences where thank God my husband's there. I'm like, because if I was alone, there wouldn't be anybody to bear witness to this story. And he's been there for many of them. So then the second picture, what was the second picture? I have to look at the picture to know what the story is behind that one. Can you pull up the second picture, guys? There you go. So this one, okay, so this was an altar I had set for somebody who was in the hospital. She ended up passing. And if you look at the image, this one looked more like, it was like a godlike image. I see the arms spread, and then there's a halo. And come to find out, that was God's way of saying she wasn't going to make it. She didn't. She ended up passing about 2 weeks after that. But set her up her, you know, and it doesn't even look like the other image that we showed. So I know that these aren't just like a display of the candle shining through the glass or anything. This was just an image from them and how I had set up the prayer for her. Because of those prayers, there was a little bit of ease. Nobody passing is ever an easy thing, but the family was very grateful that the prayers went out there, and they were able to be a little bit more at ease with coming to terms with what was going to happen. So it wasn't such a hard thing. And the last and final picture, when I was doing a session, this is a heart. Now, when you zoom up close, at some point, you can't really see it in this image, but it was 2 leaves that crossed one another and made the heart in the center of that leaf. Amazing. So when that image came up, and you'll see that the leaves themselves, they are heart-shaped, but this was like cut out perfectly by ants biting it and stuff to make it that shape. And that was confirmation for me at the end of the session that I had done for that person at the park, that it came to completion. I collect heart-shaped rocks. I'll see a water puddle, or somebody will step on a gum and it's a heart shape, and I'll call my husband, I'm that silly one. And my husband's like, well, there, he sees it. It's 27 years of all of this wild stuff. So it's been really, really cool. So I share this, and these, I'll get to the paintings in a minute. I share this to simply to say that even in our difficulties, if we believe, like the sign that's right next to you, if we believe and we really pour our hearts, our soul into what our belief is and how we plug into the universe is going to give us signs and show it to us in a real way. So last story is the story behind these paintings. I had gone regularly, was in the gallery, Dana's gallery, and this particular time we were painting different things and painting our joy or painting something that we just wanted to connect with. And while I was there sitting on this side looking towards into the gallery, I see Mary come up and I see Jesus come up. And they were sitting behind this one lady, or standing, I should say, behind this one lady who was also doing her paintings and whatnot. And just sat with that for a minute and just felt their light was light emanating around them. And they made themselves present. And I spoke to somebody who's a member of the clergy, and I'm like, they appeared to me. And he said to me, they're coming to form like a trinity with you and helping you to continue with your healing. So the images that I felt, this was for the Mother Mary. She came with so many flowers and the rose smell and this immense amount of compassion. It's a compassion that we at this worldly place, unless you have connected and you won't really, you're moved, and it's moved beyond words that I can really even say. It's just moved from your center of your soul, the center of your heart space, your connection to source. And then Jesus came along and he kind of just he moved his hand over, and then he put his hands in like a prayer shape, and then he put him right next to and just stood right next to the Virgin Mary. And it was steadfast. And then at some point I saw wings, and at some point Archangel Michael showed up. And then before I knew it, they just stepped back, receded, disappeared. They just stepped back into the ethers as if they were never there. Now, nobody saw that, but I certainly did. It was a lot of beautiful things that happened in the gallery. Things that is really hard to quantify unless you walk in and you see a painting down, or you hear a sound, or the door closes, and spirits just making themselves present all the time. This was really moving for me. It's really moving.
All of this means as a spiritual guide that you are.
So for me, I feel that we all receive signs, guidance, our guardian angels, who source, Jesus, Mary. I feel like those of us, we resonate with somebody or some being or some energy. And for me to say it's just one being is very hard for me to do that, because there's so many different ways that we receive that. I believe we receive signs when we need them, when we're looking for an answer. Those of us who see the signs or can recognize the signs will definitely see the signs. I've had conversations with people that the signs are kind of like clearly missed, and they'll have conversation. I'm like, wait. That was a sign. What was your prayer? And then I help them connect the dots. Once the dots are connected, once you can see it, it's like it's a whole brand new channel. You've just dialed into a whole new channel, and now you'll receive a bird. You'll receive a song on the radio. I can't tell you how many times where I'm having a conversation with somebody, and sometimes a person's picking up what I'm putting down and they need confirmation. Sometimes other people are looking for something that kind of says, yeah, this thing is real. I've had that conversation so many times, and something will turn up, or a song will turn up, or I'll say, hey, this animal, and they'll tell me that animal just showed up for me yesterday. So it's all different ways. And for me, I think because I have so many channels, I receive messages on so many planes. And then I have other people that they'll receive the message in a smell, or they'll receive it by hearing it, or in a dream. So it really is finding where your specialty is, or where your antenna is dialed into, where the symbols or the image comes in, or the smell will come in. I can't tell you how many times I've been on my knees like, God, just give me a sign, send me somebody, and Mother Mary shows up. And I can feel her pulling me right into her chest and giving me a big hug and just saying, it's going to be okay. I got you. And she's more silent. She doesn't really speak many words. She's a woman of few words, but so much compassion. It could fill this room thousands of times with that compassion that she brings. And Jesus, he feels a little jokey at times for me, but at most times he's grounded, he's supportive, and that's the word, he's supportive. I feel Jesus as very supportive, and I can feel where doors will open, or where I'll get an inclination, oh no, not that way, go this way. So it is an underlying directional pull, guidance, a guide, a mentor. It's so many words that I give to the other side, and mostly I connect with angels, with Mary the most. She's a special lady for me, and Jesus, they do show up. And then I'm so grateful that they bring the minerals and the animals. They understand that I understand the deeper meaning and how to connect them for whoever I happen to be sitting in front of. And the messages come exactly in the language that they need to hear it in.
They come Friday. We were at temple for my dad's yurt site. So in the Jewish religion, on the anniversary of somebody's passing, they do a special prayer. So whether you do it on the English date or the Hebrew calendar, depending on what level you are, not how Jewish you are, but where you are, whether you're Reformed, Conservative, or Orthodox. So it was Friday night, and we go. My sister was there, and my mom, and everyone was there. And this young girl gets up to speak on behalf of foster kids, Speak Up for Kids. And if anyone, and my dad was a pediatrician, and my sister is very involved in foster care with JAFCO. So sitting there knowing, and my sister looks at me, she goes, "Did you know?" And Friday night was 7 weeks until Rosh Hashanah. So it's the Shabbat of compassion and comfort. And my sister looks at me, she goes, "Did you know?" I go, "No, what?" She said, "This was what this is." No idea. She goes, "How'd you do that?" I'm like, "I didn't do anything." But knowing that it was for my dad, my sister's crying that it's foster kids, knowing it's Speak Up for Kids, and I'm going to reach out to her and bring her in because she's 15 years old and her story is incredible. Wow. That this family adopted her probably when she was 9 and brought her up, and now she lives in Dubai. She's here for the summer with her grandmother, living with her grandmother. But what a story. But to know that connection, that I know my dad sent that connection and lined that up for us to be there for that day, for a variety of us to witness, for not only to know it was him, but for my sister and for me. But you have to see the signs.
1000%. And you're saying that story, and I am covered in goosebumps from head to foot. I totally believe it. And it's going to sound different for all of us. Right. It's just hearing and seeing the sign. Yeah.
And knowing what to do with it, if anything.
Exactly.
They ignore the signs. It's a big problem.
Yeah.
And for whatever, again, we talked about resistance. And the signs comes in very different ways. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It could be very
subtle,
tiny ways. Something shows up and like I said, people would just let it go by, and it's like, don't take life for granted. Not a second in your life. Every moment is a blessing. Every moment you have to live in gratitude, because it's little things that you go, oh, and it's that one little thing that starts the ball rolling for what's supposed to come. People want the end, and sometimes you cannot get the end. We are given information in incremental steps because we can't take it all in on one time because it'll be too much. We'll be overwhelmed. So we get it one bit at a time, and you will get to where you're going, but you have to go through the flow. We talked about a flow.
1000%.
You have to go with the flow. Every step, every message, every awakening, every awareness is very big here, will get you to what, the answers you're looking for.
Yeah, because not every end works for everybody. So an answer to your end might not be the answer to her end.
No.
But it's unusual because all of a sudden everybody's looking for answers, and the answers lie in looking at the signs. And we don't see them, we ignore them, we miscommunicate them, we whatever.
Or we overlook them too.
Well, I'm going to take it again to the metaphysical science because that's what I'm in. And in metaphysics, we are taught that what you focus on is what you attract.
Exactly.
So our subconscious mind takes in a lot of information all day long from the minute you were born. But it only focuses on what you need in that moment. So when you decide, and I'm sure you've all experienced that, if you've been driving down the road and you said, "I've never seen a red car," and suddenly everywhere you look are red cars popping up. But that's the subconscious mind saying, "Oh, that's what you want to see?" Then it focuses in on that, right? So whatever you ask, we're all asking different questions. We're all asking for different whatever answers that is. But the minute you ask, it's all about being very clear on what you want and what you need. The clearer you are, the faster you get your manifestation.
Absolutely.
So,
And then you have to be prepared to deal with the manifestation. I just had this conversation with you this morning. I asked for it. It's here.
Yes.
And now I have to.
But that isn't what you asked for.
Correct.
I mean, if you're asking a question and it comes in multiple answers, you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Right, I told you this morning. I asked, and here it is, and now I have to go
specific.
Well, no, it's good. It is exactly what I asked for, but now it involves other people. That now I have to make some conversations for it to come to fruition.
But
right?
it doesn't. You think it does.
Yeah.
It's funny when you make a soup and you add too much salt. Somebody else says, "Oh, this is perfect."
Correct.
So you have to have, I mean, the lesson learned is that you have to have confidence that you see the sign.
Right.
You're going to work in what you believe in. If not, then you need more seasoning.
Yes.
You need
And
more
you know what?
sign.
And remember we said earlier, just start.
Exactly.
You don't
Just
have,
so,
it
right.
doesn't have to be the end. Just start with that one call, that one step, that one decision,
entry
whatever
point.
that is, right?
Find the entry
You
point.
just have to start. You don't have to resolve the issue. You just got to start.
To start. It's true.
So,
I was told once to be an observer so that when someone acknowledges a sign, give them a tap in the back of the leg.
Yep.
Says, good job.
yes.
Yep.
And they're looking at you and say, what I do? Figure it out.
Yes.
But an observer observes
Exactly.
exactly what others do. And that's the best learned lesson
Oh, yeah.
there is.
Absolutely.
But you have to be able to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to know all the answers. You just have to make it
Acknowledge
so
the
somebody
sign.
else
Yes.
can give you the answer because they know it.
Freddie,
remember-
to your point, I want to add something to that because that's really important. Early on, when this year has been my brother almost died in a car accident. Like, there's been so much stuff and so much havoc, and in this whole thing, it's watching all of the signs fall into place. And oh my God, I just lost my train of thought. What was the last thing that you said?
Your brother
Freddie?
was ill, the observer.
Oh, the observer. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for bringing me right back. So I told one of my sisters, and this has been with each of my siblings, we all have different ways of doing things. Some of us talk a little bit more than we do. Some of us talk and we do. Some of us, do a combination of that. And I just told my sister, because she was concerned, I'm saying, just take a step back. Everybody puts in what they're able to do, and then watch what's done. And then you'll know who excels at what piece of the pie. Somebody's good at doing phone calls, you can see who it is, then that person is in charge of phone calls. If you're in charge of the logistics or getting somewhere, then that's who you're in charge of. Everybody wants to say, I can do this, that, and the other until it's time to do it. And when it comes time for the doing, they don't really do it. So this is where the observing comes in. You keep your mouth shut, watch and see, so that moving forward you can begin to say, yeah, you said you were going to do such and such a thing, and instead of it being a fight, you said you were going to do this, you didn't complete it. No, this time can you do this? And you redirect it so that something that fell through the cracks the first time doesn't fall through the cracks the second time. So observer mode is very, very important. I'm a talker, but I'm also an observer. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to observe it in my mind. I'm going to observe it outwards, and then I'm going to adjust my way of moving forward. And my siblings are doing the same thing. They've gone through their own little things, and this whole shenanigans with the family has kind of put everybody, and I can see where everybody's moving forward now going into August.
You have 5 siblings?
I have 5. I'm the oldest of 5.
Wow.
See, but making
from
a
5
cake in
too.
your house
You are?
is very difficult.
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah.
Making a cake in your house is difficult to begin with.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to sit and hold the pot
Yep.
because all these ingredients
Yes.
are going to be
Are
added.
you an ingredient? Are you holding the pot?
I hold the pot.
You do hold the pot.
I do.
Yeah.
You want to be right. It's like I tell my sister, because there's only me and her left.
Right.
And I says, you could be right 99% of the time. All I'm asking is for one.
You do hold the pot. That
So
is
she
true.
says, you only want to be right 1% of the time? I go, yeah. And now, in her head, she's like, wow, maybe I have to listen more because he doesn't even want the attention.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand how
Yes.
human
Yes.
characteristic works?
Interesting.
I don't want more. I want
Yes.
less. I want you to give me more.
Yeah.
You tell me. And if we do something and it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
And remember,
Exactly.
it's all in the perspective. This again is quantum physics, right? Quantum physics says again what so we're all seeing exactly the same thing, but we're still having a different experience. If someone interview each one of us, we will give them a complete different story, even though we're all here seeing the same thing. So it's in the perspective, and our perspective also comes from your background. So whatever you experience in your life, and as your child, whatever that is, you will judge stuff based on your personality, on what your belief. So we all judge a situation on our own experience, on what we know, right? So that's where perspective, awareness, observation all falls on. So there's no right and there's no wrong. Like you said, someone would taste the same soup and say this is delicious, and someone would say, ugh, too salty. but we just have a different way of whatever, our taste buds or the way we grew up. I mean, some people would say, oh, this food is not spicy at all. And I'd be like, are you kidding? It's crazy spicy. And they're like, no, but I don't have the tolerance for spice. That's the difference. But you can't tell me I'm right or wrong. That's just me. That's what makes sense to me.
Never right or wrong.
Interesting.
Correct. There's no right or wrong in this life, really.
Wendy, thank you for that fresh perspective.
You're so very welcome. Appreciate it.
See, I feel like Lynn is here with us right now.
Yeah.
Sitting right there.
Sitting right there.
Yep. That's awesome. That's so awesome.
All right, Wendy's available to do readings and to do private conversations, so you can get in touch with her at
holisticblessings.com, and there's all my socials. There's my Etsy shop. You can find me in any of those spots right at my website, holisticblessings.com.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to check in with Sally and Steve at the other side of the studio. We're going to get Sally's book, Rockin' and Rollin'. We'll be right back.
Greatness isn't something you chase, it's cultivated. The Ubuntu Girl's Guide to Greatness, written by Dana Sardano, is rooted in self-dedication, personal growth, and simply living in greatness. Inside, you'll find empowering prompts, hot tips, and space to journal your reflections. Featuring vibrant artwork by Dana Sardano, this is more than a book. It's a visual celebration of feminine power in all its forms. Bold, colorful, and unapologetically authentic. Ready to be great? Grab the Ubuntu Girl's Guide to Greatness at ubuntufishgallery.com. Also available as a beautifully designed deck of cards to bring greatness wherever you go.
What if learning didn't just teach children, but helped heal, empower, and awaken the whole child? Veda Finds Her Crown, written and illustrated by Dana Sardano, is a fun, interactive experience for adolescent children, blending a relatable story with a hands-on workbook that invites them to read, reflect, and apply Veda's journey to their own lives. Paired with the 9-week chakra-based curriculum and accompanying deck of cards, children explore self-awareness, emotional regulation, and confidence through creative cross-curricular learning while addressing the needs of the whole child. Because, after all, when we educate the whole child, we empower the whole human. To grab a copy, a deck of cards, or the whole kit and caboodle, go to ubuntufishgallery.com.
I am an American veteran. I'm proud to have served this country. Helping veterans is something all Americans can participate in, and it's as simple as donating an old car that you have sitting around. When you call the Veteran Car Donation Program, they'll explain how their program works, and then arrange a time they can come and pick up your vehicle for free. Running or not, it doesn't matter. They take cars, trucks, motorcycles, or vans. As a veteran, show your support by donating your car and get a tax deduction in the process. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program right now. They'll come and pick your car up for free, and you'll get a tax deduction in the process. Call the number we're about to give you right now. Thank you, and God bless America.
800-378-3816. 800-378-3816. 800-378-3816. That's 800-378-3816. Proceeds support Heroes on the Water.
Text alert! Text alert! I was receiving letter after letter from the IRS.
I got Mike Velati on the phone and I said, Mike, I got a problem.
He took the pressure off my shoulders.
He just made me feel like I had Superman on my side.
Trust me, he's the man to go to.
IRS problems? I'm Mike Velarde, enrolled agent. I can help. My company, Winning Tax Solutions, has always gotten our clients the best possible results. Visit us at winningtaxsolutions.com or call us today.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Fonzie, wake up, buddy. Fonzie, wake up. Bro.
Oh. Happy National Sleepyhead Day, everyone. And enjoy a good nap.
You going back to sleep? Yes. Oh, man.
Started where the concrete grows tall. Brooklyn Bridge in our blood, heard the city call. But the compass spun south, sun hit our face. Found a new home in a palm tree place. Now we broadcast now from the Boca Sand. Still reppin' BK with the mic in hand. They say you left and why, now we brought it here. 6 borough vibes, let me make it clear. From Flatbush to Federal Highway, same grind. New skyline, cafecito sweet. But the brew's still strong, wherever we at, that's where we belong. We are Media Studios, yeah, we global now. 6 boroughs of NYC, Boca Raton, bow down. Brooklyn heart, Florida heat, watch us move the crowd. Streaming live, rising high, this is what it's about. And media, turn it up. And media, never down. Oh yeah, never down. Yeah. Camera one on deck, lights on, take a sip. Brew Crew in the building every morning we equip. Pastor with the word, jokes with the news. Sunshine, home care, got the sponsor views. We took the train south, but kept the Metro card. Hustling our chest, yeah, the rhythm's hard. No snow to shovel, just waves to ride. But that BK state of mind we never put aside. Oye, mi gente, escucha bien. Desde Nueva York hasta Boca Raton. Tenemos el sabor, tenemos la fe. En Media Studios, súbele. Con café cubano en la mano y el corazón brooklyniano. Unimos la calle con la palma para llevar esperanza a toda la alma. Dale, que esto está encendido. 6 boroughs representing unidos. En Media Studios, yeah, we global now. 6 boroughs of NYC, Boca Raton, bow down. Hey. Brooklyn heart, Florida heat, watch us move the crowd. Streaming live, rising high, this is what it's about. And media, turn it up. And media, never down. Oh yeah, never down. So when you see the bridge on the screen, know we about to barrel to the palm tree scene. Boca by the beach, BK in the soul, and Media Studios, that's how we roll. 6 borough forever. Fade out on the cafecito stream.
And there you go, my Latin beat. And we have Victoria translated the
Magazine?
the magazine Amplify.
Nice.
And she translated it into Spanish. So we're going to be promoting it on a Spanish station. It was going to be called Amplificador, but they told me no. Screaming at me. You should have seen how they screamed at me.
Who's they?
Everybody in the chat box.
Oh.
And from Gato to Heather, everybody. So we're going to call it Amplify Latino.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Right? So that,
Amplificar.
Oh, you wanted to use amplificar?
that's what I had.
Yeah.
They told me no, not to use it.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't even understand these kids. I just don't get it. But I figured that it was so much noise. And I spoke to my son, and he says, well, just put Latino. So it's going to be the Latin
But that
version.
makes sense because Latino is a very good marketing word because it right away tells you it's for the Latin culture.
Yeah.
If you just put a Spanish word, it's a Spanish word.
Yeah,
But you
like,
say
what does
Latino,
that
so you
mean?
know it's specifically for that target market.
That's right. So we're going to be posting
probably
that.
is good.
Same day that you're posting the English, we're going to be posting the Latin version on our Spanish channels. It'll be on Yellow App. It'll be all over the place. I just want to see how it's treated. They said they're not represented, so we're going to represent the Latino community.
Okay.
In the house.
Sounds good.
And that music will accompany it.
All right, so hi to Sally and Steve.
That was fun.
Hi.
How you guys doing over there?
We're doing just
So we were out for dinner last night, and I don't know why I even had this idea, why Lynn popped into my head, and Lynn
Right.
still popped into my head. It's been a while since we lost
Because you were hanging out with Sally.
About, I think we were talking about the other person you connected with that was going to make
Right.
your movie, but he did not. And he was going to write your screenplay, but yet he did not. So I said, do you have all the content from Lynn? And they
Right.
have it. But it's never been put together.
But track back a couple of, at that afternoon, I think, we were talking about that. I was talking about the guy that was going to do the movie. So Lynn was right there, I feel, in the conversation because it continued when we went to the restaurant. He
So
was here.
Steve has all the files, and they've been transcribed. Her interviews with Lynn have been transcribed into 17 files.
Yeah.
So I thought, what if we put it into some AI platform and see what can populate? Maybe we can actually get a second book or memoirs, or I don't even know what's in these files.
It was my.
I will forward them to you.
Okay, it was every Friday I used to go into the other studio, and nearly a year, Dawn, we were talking.
What did you talk about?
My life, basically, what had happened in the past, what was happening, and I could now do the future a little bit.
Wouldn't it be interesting to see what can pop
I mean,
out?
we had many conversations just back and forward, but ultimately it was what was going to be in the book. His last words, the book was finished, and then he died. For nearly a year,
Well, the
every
funny,
hour
I'm gonna
on
tell
a
you, over
Friday.
the weekend, Dawn has something that was asked of you, which is to have the kids do their own story.
Yes.
And over the weekend, I generated a fairy tale, like Snow White or and the Seven Dwarfs. I have Snow White and the 28,000 dwarfs that came in through here. And each dwarf is an intern.
Okay.
And each section of this piece is an intern story within a story. You know, like you have a dream in the story, and then that dream has a dream. So it's their version of that dream, and at the end, it formulates a castle.
Why don't you make it like a compilation book? Like it starts, you telling the story, and then each dwarf tells their story. But what, you know, we call it a compilation book, so they tell their stories. It's their story
different
within
chapters.
their story. So each chapter is a
Well,
different
if I
person's
had
story.
talked to you
Because I'm the publisher, of course. Hello.
well, the interesting piece is that I have to make, because there's been so many interns that have come through here, I have to condense this book, this fairy tale, into an episode.
I was going
that
to ask
goes
them
quickly.
each to write their own story, much like
Yeah.
you wrote this story. Have you both read through the transcripts?
No, I didn't even know that Steve had them. That's the strange part about the whole thing. I think Lynn
You
was
didn't know
telling
the
me
guy
he's
next
got
to you had them? He's
I
about
knew we'd
4
opened
feet
the
from you.
computer, but I didn't realize that Gino, who
Do
was
you know
originally,
Steve?
he sent. Do I?
Do you know the guy sitting next to you?
Do I know him?
Yeah.
By the
You
way,
don't-
it happened to look absolutely beautiful.
Only a little,
But you
little bit.
didn't
of him.
realize that he had them? You're sitting right next to him.
Well, I didn't know he had the files in his phone. I think I know Steve. I'm not sure.
You didn't know he had the files in his phone?
17 files of my phone. I thought, well, let's see if we can do something with it. Let's put one of the
And the
kids
great
on
part
it.
is that AI will condense it.
Correct.
Because I wrote something a little while ago and I read it and they condensed it for me.
AI will tell you how to make the movie if you want.
Exactly.
Well, I think it's a story.
But it still has to be done. It's not going to do it for you.
Well, back 4 years ago when this happened, 3 years ago.
Well, we
there
were
was
going
no
back into the big-
ChatGPT or AI
It wasn't
that we
existing
had access to.
because we could have then done what we're talking about doing, and that would make a lot of sense to do that.
I think that the amazing part of the story that I wanted to shoot is that you didn't know he had the 75. You live with the guy.
To be fair to me, and I'm going to say that, and being fair to me, Gino may have sent them, the guy that what's his name? Yeah, he didn't do very much, but he might have forwarded them to
How
Steve.
long have you had them?
I forwarded to him.
Oh,
Steve,
how
how
did you
long
get
have
them
you-
then?
Gino.
I got them from Louise.
Steve, how long have you had them?
About
Ever
2
since,
years. I
Then
guess.
passed away.
ever since, right after he passed away, and Louise sent me all the files. from
That's
his
been about
computer.
3 or 4 years?
Already?
No, it's about, how long has Lynn?
3
about
years.
2 years.
That'd be 3
probably.
years.
Wow.
So you've had these files for 3 years and she doesn't know that?
Well, I don't go into his
Well, she
phone.
knows I forward them to Gino.
He's got a password on his phone. I can't get into it.
I mean, you have all my passwords.
I don't know where
I'm
I put
just
them.
shocked that you have
It was
this
just like
information.
the other night, Sally was teaching me like she often does, and she said, you know, you yawned 8 times, and I said, no, I didn't. Those were they were 8 unsuccessful attempts to speak.
And so it is.
I bet you she didn't know that either.
That is excellent. That's fun.
And so it is.
It was so funny. Sally is so funny. We were talking math last night. She's so funny with the electric bill. Everything was down to an electric bill.
When I was explaining something,
ask.
this made sense, Dawn, to you, right?
Yes.
I was explaining something to her about the cost of something that we were going to have to pay every month or every year. But the way they sold this product to me, I won't go into what it was, I kind of got that we were going to have to do it every month. So I said, being in sales all the years that I was, that was bad selling, because now I know I have to pay it every month. I would have said, it's like paying an electric bill. This fee is every month. At the end of the year is the final amount. They're giving the final amount. If any of that
So
makes
you're on
sense,
a monthly plan.
please tell me if any of that makes sense.
It's
or
a
I'll
monthly
shut
It
up.
makes sense to you, my dear, except it's a 2% increase every year divided by 12.
Oh, I would have
Do
presented
you know what that
She
means,
looked at it a little
Sally?
differently.
Kind of. I'm dyslexic. I really am. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. We had a good conversation, though,
Do you know how much 2% is?
Yeah, it's 2%
Of?
whatever the amount's going to be.
Whatever the amount is.
To be determined.
On a lighter note, I got gas for $1.39.
You did?
Where?
At Taco Bell.
See, you got the quintessential dad joke.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
That was awesome.
That was funny.
I bet you she didn't know that either.
As I said before, I cannot open his phone. He's got this on his phone.
She has all my passwords.
That's very funny.
Yeah, but I don't know which. I have his passwords, but I don't know which one is attached to what. If I've got them all.
We got a comedian in the house.
So funny. Well, we have a washer and dryer that's got an app, and apparently got logged out, and no one knows the password. So you know what you have to do? Actually go see if the washer and dryer is off. It doesn't notify me on my phone. Old school.
It doesn't notify you on your phone?
Oh,
Says,
you
when
can
does the
have a
washer and
thing-
dryer
that's
work on your
It
phone?
has an app.
Kind of freaking
So
phone.
It
the
has
washer
an
and
app.
dryer have an app that
Yes.
tells you
When it's
that
done.
the cycle is done. Come and
Seriously?
Wow, that's
That-
But
interesting.
I got logged out and can't get back in.
I have a washing machine
Oh
that
my
would change the oil in my car. Or the Taco Bell. I don't know. That's ridiculous.
This is getting really.
I had to wash something yesterday. Okay? So I have never done wash because when we lived in Beaucaire, this machine was from another country or something, and I was not allowed to do it because I would break it, apparently. But they trusted me yesterday to put it on large and start cold water and hit a button.
How'd you do with that?
Well, number one, didn't know which button to hit. There's a lot of buttons. Then I saw it says start. Hit that. Then number two, they didn't tell me where to put the soap. Because the last time I did that, it blew up the machine and they threw me out of the place. Remember that story I told you? So I'm like, how much soap do you put for this heavy garment thing that I put in there? Do you put a squirt? Do you put a cup? How much do you put in there?
Put up the line that says fill level.
Is that what you do? Yes. Well, I gave it a squirt and a lime and pray to God. And then the final thing is, okay, it's going in there, it's cold water, right? And I say to myself, should I put it on large or super large? So I put it on super large. Now they told me to put it on large, not super large. So I'm sitting there, because I had to go out.
You had to have a lot in there to put it on large.
It was a big rug type of thing. So I'm
Probably
going
needed a
myself.
second squirt.
Huh?
Might have needed the second squirt.
I know, I'm thinking, man. So I run back inside and put it back on large. Because the last thing I wanted them to find is evidence that I flooded the apartment and I put it on super large. It goes to show you all the signs.
All signs of your neuroses. I do not know. So on Call Me Zena, we're talking about families.
Yes, soul
Lessons?
families, and I don't know, whatever questions you want to ask me, Dawn.
What
But
kind of families?
Well, I said to Sally at dinner last night, we were talking about her grandkids, which are amazing, and families, our families, physical families, but yet there are people that don't get along with their physical, even immediate families, but yet we've all chosen each other somehow to be part of this physical family.
Because it's all a test, and if we pass
and
it,
then
we
you're
choose
thinking,
different.
why have we chosen them if we're all not going to get along? I guess to learn a lesson. But then our soul families,
We choose here. I think the difference being is our family we choose in another place. When we come here, we're choosing our friends consciously. We know who we're choosing. So I feel that we definitely have a soul family here because we attract our, which we were talking about, the law of attraction. We attract our family. So I think that might be a good subject.
And
right?
if at 2:30 you'd like to find out if you have any questions at all, call in to 888-994-4995 Studio A.
And that would be his
There we
method.
go.
Now, you definitely have to see Bright Creatures. You
have to see-
definitely have to see Sally
Yeah.
Field's latest movie. It's on Netflix.
What's it called?
It's free. Bright
Creatures.
Yeah.
Bright Creatures. Is that the one about?
We passed by it, Sally, as we were searching for something to watch because we thought Sally Field with octopus wasn't going to be good.
So it's the best thing. I gotta tell you, it's the best thing I've seen in a long time.
This is the one about the octopus.
It is.
Yeah,
and
I was
call it
reading.
The Octopus. That's not the name of the movie. It's called Bright
No,
Creatures. But if you see this, it reminds me of so many things that you guys, when you do your thing, talk about. Because the guy, the author, the one that's talking in the movie, is the octopus.
Right.
And if you put your head to it, octopus has 9 brains and 3 hearts. Is one of the brightest
I'm
animals.
definitely going to watch that.
He's not even from here.
No, I just heard the other day that octopuses are not from here,
They're not?
actually. No.
And the movie, I think, would make a lot of sense to some of the things that you guys talked at dinner and some of the everyday things that go out in this place.
I've seen it so many times, and
the movie?
For some, it didn't capture me because I couldn't understand. But now that you're explaining it this way, I'm definitely going to watch it now.
You see, human beings have a void.
Yes.
One of the things that we never, ever admit to is having a void. There's something that goes on that you're looking to fulfill. And they know it. These animals were sent down. I don't think they're even animals. I think they're just another type of human.
Yeah,
Because
I would
he
go
calls
along
us
with
the
that.
lowest
Absolutely.
species.
Yeah, I agree with you, Freddie.
So I think we should get an octopus.
I think octopi.
You
Maybe
can get a
we'll-
pie.
I don't know what
octopus.
the plural is. I think plural is octopi.
Octopi.
I definitely think they are from below and they have other.
We should get an octopus.
There are many
Specialties.
species below and above, but I think the octopus is an example. Nobody was really caught onto that completely. I heard about it the other day. So.
Are they nice creatures?
They're the best. But they will tell you that being in a cage in an aquarium is being held against their will. They like to be free in the ocean.
Well, they got 9 brains. Go figure. They've got to be
They're
brilliant.
very smart, and they're considered as some creatures, and we are bullies to them because he should never have been caught. You got to see the movie. And Sally Fields should get an Oscar. How old is this woman?
I know,
Yeah,
right?
she's old.
I think she's got to be. I think she's probably in her 80s.
She looks 40.
She looks amazing.
She walks like she's 80, but that's part of the movie. But she's an amazing. It's an amazing movie. But if you watch it and you focus in on it, everything that you have said in the 3 years that I've known you comes to surface through the eyes of an octopus.
Very interesting.
I'd like to know
You
who the
definitely
writer
got
is,
me
'cause I always
interested.
go back
She's
and-
79.
Who's the
I'm
writer
old.
who wrote the story?
Well, I know that Linda knows somebody involved in making of the movie. That's how Linda's in the know. Because somebody told her that.
It's by Shelby Van Pelt.
Yes. And there's
I
somebody
mean,
in this.
many movies, if you really pay attention and you watch the background story, you have to think who's the writer, because again, they're coming with their perspective, right? And then they put that in there.
They do that in a lot of movies.
Well, it's an amazing aspect that you would think, there have been animals that know you. Like in Odyssey, the dog. If you watch the movie, there's a dog in this movie.
Dolphins. Dolphins are very...
There were some dolphins in it too, but there's a dog in the movie that talks about you being gone and coming back, and
I
the
love
dog
to see
living
that.
until you show up, and
my
then
goodness.
he croaks in the Odyssey. So there's so much going on right now. I
That
think
was
that
so
they're
eloquent
doing.
the way you
Well, you know what I
phrased
mean. I don't want to give the movie away. Just take it easy, okay? You can be like Steve. You don't know I have 17 chapters, but it's so interesting right now what's going on with movie making.
Yes.
They're trying to send a message,
Yes.
just like you did today, and they're doing it in 100 different ways for you to catch on. Just catch on to an idea of what they're trying to tell you, and it starts with you.
Absolutely.
This is why these movies, this is why I go to the movies. And it lights me up to listen to what's being shown and explained. It just changes you.
Absolutely.
I have many times, I do this all the time. I will actually have to pause. They would say a sentence
Yep.
or something, and I would have to pause and right away get my notebook, and I would start writing. And I can write a whole article in one word.
'Cause you're a
that
writer.
Just click, and I went,
Yep.
it makes sense now.
The aha.
Right? Like before it didn't make sense, but they said that the way they said it, or at that moment, better said, at that moment, my mind was receptive to receiving.
You
It
know
was
how
open to
dangerous it
receive.
is to have a writer and an observer in the same page.
Fine.
You could write, it's how
All
the
day
Bible was written,
Yes.
believe it or not.
Yeah. It just flows. It just,
And then there's
when I write,
politics
it's
and
not
all sorts
something
of
I
other
plan.
stuff, right.
Yeah, a lot of my writing is not done from, I'm going to write about. It's something
It's
that clicks,
channeled.
and the words just comes out, and 3-4 pages later, I'm like, oh my goodness.
I wrote
And then,
this.
and then
What
what
is-
this does, what this does is takes us to that next dimension, that next level, because it's another level of awareness, of understanding, of knowing who we are and what we are. So this is why we're always learning, and movies does it for you.
Well, this is why, Sally, what you deliver is so unique, because not anybody and everybody I know does it the way you do, the way you get the question. So, and again, an observer doesn't, it takes in questions and answers them.
Well, I
Sometimes
tune
you need
in
to hear it.
with a question. I mean, can I do it without the question? Yes, but the question is what really a lot of people, when they channel, they do many things. But my question, the question you give me, I then can do my show, but I have to have the question, which is, I don't know if that's strange or what, but that's how I do it.
That's the key. That's the
Yeah.
key to
I'm only as good as the question, which I've said many times.
And then your collective takes over and gives you the answer.
Well, but I'm already tuned in. I think to start with, though, it's just me. Everybody has a different way of tuning in because we're all different from each other.
2 years, is it 2 years now? A year ago, 2 years ago, I was interviewing women of a certain age and how they navigated their life, how they dealt with empty nesting, how they dealt with getting older and moving on to this next phase. I interviewed about 40 different women, and it opens a whole new, perspective again of what we're going through as the collective, because suddenly I'm going, we're kind of all having kind of the same experience, right? We're having kind of the same experience because we're going through kind of the same thing, but we're so isolated because we don't share it enough. And that's what's going to happen for you once they start asking questions. It's going to open up more answers.
I can do it because I've been doing it a long time now, but to me, I think it's good that the question is asked because it's someone asking me a question and I'll get the answer. But right here now, I can tune in.
Right.
But only because it's not, and I always say it's not about ego because I believe everybody can do this.
Yes.
Exactly.
Apparently there is a book out, Women of a Certain Age, Waka. She was on Waka. She was on The View, I was told. And there's a whole Venn diagram about women of a certain age and what that Venn diagram looks like. Your intellectual ability, financial, where you are in life, and how all of how everything intersects. And of course, everyone's is going to be. You want to know what a Venn diagram is? It's like posthumously, where everything intersects, but yet everyone's Venn diagram is going to be different.
Right.
And my sister looks at me and she's like, I don't think yours intersect. I'm like, it does. And I explained to her
Everybody's
why.
does.
And she says, you know what? It does. I never thought of it that way.
Right.
So yeah, everyone of women of a certain age, of what we want to be doing in life, where we are in life, what our belief system is, and our financials, where they all intersect in life. And it's, I believe, for women over 50 is what it was written for. So it's interesting you said that, WOCA, women of a certain age. I don't know why men aren't included in this WACA.
Because women are just beasts from another planet.
Anyway,
Because we are the creative people, so we're constantly creating.
Oh, you're the creative one.
We are the creative one. We keep things flowing.
We're flowing. All right.
You guys keeps us grounded, but we need that.
No, I don't want to hear it. I'm thirsty. You bring a glass of water, and I go, I don't want water.
That's what Russell said.
That's right.
All right. Tune in today at 2:30 to Call Me Zena. We're going to find out family dynamics, what we learned, the lessons of our physical family and our soul family on Call Me Zena. You can write in, Call Me Zena on social media, or you can give us a call always at 888-994-4995. Wendy, you going to stay and join us?
I'll stay for a little bit, yes.
Fantastic. Dr. Karina Felix, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Greater Lake Worth Magazine and Greater Lake Worth Living. More to come with that collaboration, which will be great.
Yes.
To our crew, the new crew running the board, congratulations. Nice job. Nice job on floor.
Yay.
Ready to wrap it up?
Ready to wrap it up?
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time. Have a great day, everyone.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.